A very good morning to respected Principal Sir, Mr. Mickey, my fellow colleagues and dear students. Long years ago, we made a tryst with destiny, and now the time comes when we shall redeem our pledge, not wholly or in full measure, but very substantially. At the stroke of the midnight hour, when the world sleeps, India will awake to life and freedom. A moment comes, which comes but rarely in history, when we step out from the old to the new, when an age ends and when the soul of a nation, long suppressed, finds utterance. On the night of 14th August 1947, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru gave this speech at a special session of the Indian Constituent Assembly, where he spoke about the hopes and dreams of a newly independent Indian nation. The long struggle of the Indian freedom fighters to free their motherland from the oppressive rule bore fruit on 15 August 1947, when India ceased to be British India. The Indian Independence Bill was introduced in the British House of Commons on 4th July 1947 and was passed within a fortnight. It was on 15th August 1947 that India was declared independent from British colonialism, and reins of governance were handed over to the leaders of the country. But independence came at a great cost. Independence coincided with the partition of India into two independent nations, India and Pakistan. The partition was accompanied by violent riots and mass casualties, and the displacement of nearly 15 million people due to religious violence. On 15th August 1947, the first Prime Minister of India, Jawaharlal Nehru, raised the tricolour Indian flag at the Red Fort in Delhi. But not everyone was happy with the outcome. The father of the nation, Mahatma Gandhi, decided not to participate in the celebrations, but spent the day fasting and praying in Calcutta. The Indian communists said the independence was fake and raised the slogan, "Ye Azadi Chhuti Hai." In the early years of independence, many obituaries of the new nation were written. Confident anticipations that the Indian Republic would descend into civil war, organize into many parts, experience mass famine, or become a military dictatorship. Whenever two monsoons failed in succession, or a prime minister died, or a major riot took place, someone would conclude that the project of a united and democratic India had failed. But it didn't. That India survived despite the massive challenges it faced, mostly due to the extraordinary qualities of our first generation of political leaders, Jawaharlal Nehru, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, B.R. Ambedkar, Chakravarti Rajagopalachari, and their ilk showed impressive courage and determination in confronting these challenges. Perhaps no nation was born in more adverse circumstances. Perhaps no nation had such a remarkable combination of leaders to see through the difficulties it faced in its early years. Had they not been there, or had they not acted as they did, those predictions of doom would surely have come to pass. Today, on 15th August 2023, India completes 76 years of independence. Independence Day is marked throughout India with flag-raising ceremonies, drills, and the singing of the Indian national anthem. India has come a long way achieving important milestones. From revolutionizing agriculture and making India self-sufficient in grain production in 1965 through the Green Revolution, having a robust Panchayati Raj system, the successful launch of the Mars Orbiter mission, also known as MOM, in 2013, the recent Chandrayaan-3 mission on 14 July of this year, winning Olympic medals and Nobel Prize winners. We Indians have a lot to be proud of. We are fortunate enough to live in a free country. Hence, it is our duty to uphold the great values of the Indian freedom struggle. The youth of our country has to carry forward the legacies set by the finest generation of freedom fighters who without hesitation sacrificed their careers, comforts of home, and even their lives only to serve their country. In this context, the words of the former US President John F. Kennedy feels very relevant. Ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. It is our duty to serve the nation and make every possible effort to make our country better. I would like to end with the words of Robert Blackwood, the former American ambassador to India. India is a pluralist society that creates magic with democracy, rule of law, individual freedom, community relations, and cultural diversity. What a place to be an intellectual. I wouldn't mind being born 10 times to rediscover India. Thank you and happy Independence Day.
To all the faculty members who are present here in this hall today, all my dear students, wish you all a very, very happy Independence Day. As we always say, everybody, or in fact anyone, would feel very, very happy to be considered independent. Nobody wants to be in bondage. And what was read to us today is basically a reminiscence of the sacrifices made by the martyrs, the freedom fighters, or whatever nomenclature we would like to. As I said, everyone wants to be independent. Nobody wants to be in bondage. And everybody wants to be born free. We, living in a country like India, which is an independent country, a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, have the liberty to elect our own representatives, to govern ourselves, and we take pride in saying that we are a free country. Friends, what do we mean by freedom? What does this word freedom actually mean? Does it mean flying the national tricolor on 15th August? Remembering the sacrifices made by the freedom fighters? And when the sun goes down on the 15th of August, the very next day, you find the flag that had been adorning the cities, which very proudly we were displaying on our vehicles, on our cars, would be lying on the streets, would be there in the garbage heaps, would be strewn all around, and if not worse, then some kind of puri be served on that paper flag. Where is the patriotism? Where is the feel of independence? Where is the feel of my country, my India, my motherland? Where is that feel? What does it actually mean to be free? What does it actually mean to own the country? It's my country. I was thinking about this, what would be very appropriate for our students and for everyone on a day like Independence Day? Do we only talk about the sacrifices made by the freedom fighters, a part of the freedom struggle? Do we only talk about what happened in the past? Do we only dwell in the past? Or is there something more? Mr. Williams, in his prayer, very beautifully pointed out that we should not be dwelling in the past because we can't change it. We only have to draw inspiration from it. We cannot think about the future, and we should not be thinking about the future also, because that's God's providence and He will definitely be giving us the best. All we've got to do is that live in the present and ensure that whatever we do today is going to be beneficial for the generations to come. This is actual true freedom. You have the baton in your hands. This baton, because you are running a relay race, whether that relay race is being given due importance and due justice and due, you could say, acknowledgement by you. Are you running the race well? Or it's because of you that your team is going to lose? This is basically freedom. You have the freedom to make a choice. The choice that you make is right or wrong, that's freedom. What do? The Bible very categorically talks about freedom. And it says, stand fast therefore, this is the letter of St. Paul to Galatians chapter 5. It says, stand fast therefore in the liberty means freedom, in the liberty wherewith God hath made us free, and be not entangled again with the yoke of bondage. You are free, God has made you free. Do not do anything that will bring you back into bondage. What kind of bondage? You would be saying that I am born in a free country, I am free. And when you have the choice to make, what kind of bondage can come forth? The bondage is self-created. The bondage is in your mind. The bondage is in your attitude, in your expression, in your way of functioning. Because you have the choice to make the right decision. If you are going to be bound together by negativity, by any thought that pulls you down, then there is no freedom. You will be doing something that is wrong because your friends have taught you that. Because somebody else has been doing something wrong, so therefore I also did it. Or else your team, your group decided to do something. You are not free. I'll give you a very small example. You go for a test. We're going to start our examinations from the 19th onwards. And during the examination, you have prepared yourself well. But then you are not very sure about a particular answer. And you see a colleague or a friend in class, or a batchmate in class, or it could be some senior boy who's sitting in the same class with you, copying from a friend. What do? That is the time when you actually are independent to make a choice. Do you make the right choice? Do you refrain from cheating yourself? Or do you copy your friend? If you are copying what your friend is doing, which is absolutely wrong, and you know your conscience is not allowing you, your conscience will never allow you to do it because you get that feel that can be caught. And if I caught, then it's finished. So anything that stops you, if your conscience stops you from doing anything, then definitely that's wrong. But what you do is that you take a decision. If you take the right decision, you are free. If you make a wrong decision and you follow your friend and copy, then you are back to bondage. You go to the street. A lot of people will be moving in front of the school on the St. Manager Road, and you must have noticed that there is a nice garden that we put right outside our school. And then something very ugly. There are people in and around this place who would put their garbage in front of that for their own convenience. They are ignorant, they are wrong, they are still in bondage. Bondage of keeping my house clean and the environment dirty. But the decision again is yours. Do you want to go back into that bondage, or do you want to take the right decision, be free, be independent? I will not do something that will harm the others. That's not going to be appreciated by the others. The environment looks dirty. So if I have an ice cream and I just throw the stick around, the wrapper around, if I have a packet of chips and I just dump that packet anywhere and everywhere, then I'm still not free. I'm not free. But on the contrary, if I keep that packet with me, reach the next possible garbage bin and put it in the bin itself, I am free. At the same time, the others who are watching you, you are liberating them as well. This is what actually true freedom is. And then we talk about sacrifice. You know, lot of talk about sacrifice. What do you mean by sacrifice? We remember our freedom fighters, the freedom struggle, the martyrs. We pay homage to them. We also pay homage to all the people in the defense forces, the men in valor, be it the army, be it the air force, be it the navy. In the morning, like this song was played loudly on the loudspeakers. In fact, it's all over the city, all over the country. Mere Watan ke logo. You know, that is the kind of patriotism comes in. But what exactly is sacrifice? Sacrifice is basically friendship. Sacrifice is friendship, and this also has a meaning. And what is true friendship? True friendship is sacrificing yourself for your friend without expecting anything in return. That is sacrifice. When the freedom fighters, they laid down their lives, they did not have any kind of an anticipation. They had only one dream, and that dream was a free country. An India of their dreams. A country where everyone will be equal, where there will be equality for all. That was their dream. And it was unconditional. There was no condition because they were laying down their lives. So once they die, they don't get anything in return. The same with the soldiers who are defending your borders. And I take pride in saying this. We can sleep at peace at home because somebody is sacrificing his life on the borders. There is somebody defending you. There is somebody in the street, a policeman. While you are celebrating puja, you find a policeman on duty. When you are enjoying the festivals, there is a policeman on the duty. While you are enjoying yourselves at home, as I said before, leading a peaceful life, there is somebody on the borders defending your borders. This is unconditional sacrifice. And you want to think, sir, what does it have relevance to for us? Yes, we pay homage to them. We respect them. We care for them. It's not enough. You know, a true sacrifice, again, if you quote the Bible, what the Lord says in John chapter 15 verse 13, He says, greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. There is no greater love in this world than for a man to lay down his life for his friend. This is what is being exhibited, has been exhibited by all the freedom fighters. This is what is being exhibited by the defense forces. What do we need to do? If we are not able to lay down our lives, at least we need to lay down our egos, our ambitions, for the betterment of the society, for the betterment of the country, for the betterment of our people. Why these petty squabbles? Why these fights? For my own ego, for my own perception, for my own ambition? It's time for us to come together as one country. Very beautifully read to us that there were times when the country had to undergo phases, very dark phases. In fact, everything appeared to be doomed. But then India emerged. And that's the reason why we call it an incredible India. Not only because of the legacy that God has provided us in the form of natural resources and a very rich past and the cultural diversity, but the beauty of India is its unity in diversity. And living a peaceful coexistence, sacrificing ourselves for the other, sacrificing our egos for the other, sacrificing my unwarranted ambition for the other, is what is the need of the country. Manipur burns today. Why does Manipur burn? Why are the people in Manipur not being spoken of? Because for us, Manipur is a political issue. For us, Manipur is, a particular ideology or a thought. If I follow a party, I talk about Manipur. But how many of us have thought about the people who lost their lives? How many of us have thought about the people who are living in the jungles, in the woods, literally with no food? Is it that we open the TV and we hear the debates? Or is it that our hearts reach out for the people in distress? And it's not only Manipur, it's all over. It's not one community, it's the entire country. It may be on a large scale like Manipur, it can be on a very, very small scale when there is a small altercation or a brawl in the classroom itself. It's my pencil box, it's yours. It could be anything. It could be a student losing his notebooks because somebody else is jealous of him. So all his notebooks have gone missing. Why? If his notebooks are missing, it doesn't help you. On the contrary, the other friend in the class, the boy who's lost his notebooks will suffer, but you will not benefit anything from it. On the contrary, if a child has lost his notebook and you have the notes with you, help him out so that both of you will be able to achieve together. That is the beauty of friendship. That is the beauty of freedom. That's the beauty of taking the right decision. 77 years and more. India will grow from strength to strength only if every single person understands what does it really mean to be patriotic. Patriotic is not something that needs to be displayed. Patriotism is something that needs to be felt from within. If I really need to make a contribution to my country, I will begin with my own self. I'll begin with my neighborhood. I'll begin with my family and then go on and on. I don't have to start debating on TV. That will not help. That is again showcasing my own self. Your contribution to the country is your goodness to your fellow beings, to your classmates, to your family members, to your neighbors, to everybody who comes in contact with you. And that is what the Lord says. Let your light so shine before men that they see your good work will glorify your Father in heaven. As I and my Father are one, so you be. They will know that you are my followers from your love, from your associations, from your unity. It is this unity that forms a country. It is this unity. We will be from any walk of life. We will be from any color, caste, creed or religion, irrespective. The country is much above that. And we are privileged to be born in a country that is free. Let us remain free. Let us not go back, slum back into the yoke of bondage. A bondage of my country, my religion, my color, my class, my house. Of course, we are going to have an inter-house program here, but not an inter-house competition. It is not that bonds or you could say barriers or walls may be created to segregate us. We are born free, we are born united. Let us enjoy that. Let us appreciate that. Let us continue to remain united irrespective of whatever background we belong to. It's my personal relationship with my God. It's my personal relationship with my family members. It's my personal relationship with my community. It's my personal relationship with the region I belong to. It's my personal relationship and my own choice which language I speak in. But above everything is my country. And together we are considered to be Indians. You go out of the country and then you realize. How many of you have been abroad? Raise your hands. Good. Put your hands down. That's wonderful. So you will understand it better. When you are going abroad, what are you termed as? As an Indian. Okay? It's not your region, it's not your language, it's not your religion, it's not your background, it's not your family. You are termed as an Indian. Let us remain as Indians and not be segregated into the various groups, denominations, etc. That will be true patriotism, and that will be our true respects and love for our country, which has its beauty, and the beauty lies in its unity in diversity. Wish you all a very happy Independence Day, and let us all continue to strive in this path of being together, being united, and pray that the country continues to grow from strength to strength in the right kind of leadership and the right kind of mindsets. Thank you and God bless.
सुप्रभात। आप सभी को स्वतंत्रता दिवस की हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं। मैं ऋषि शंकर तिवारी आज आपके समक्ष एक कविता लेकर आया हूँ जिसका शीर्षक है ईश्वर का सपना, और जिसके कवि हैं हमारे गुरु श्री त्रिलोकनाथ पांडे। आज मैं आजादी का पैगाम लेकर आया हूँ, आज मैं आजादी का पैगाम लेकर आया हूँ। हर दिल को जो छू ले वह गीत आपके सामने लेकर आया हूँ। आओ मिलकर गाएं गीत ऐसा, आओ मिलकर गाएं गीत कुछ ऐसा, धरा बन जाए ईश्वर के स्वर को जैसा। हर तरफ अमन के फूल खिले, हर तरफ अमन के फूल खिले, हिंदू मुस्लिम सिख ईसाई सब हिले मिले। अग्रगति का चक्र सदा घूमते रहे, अग्रगति का चक्र सदा घूमते रहे, कुछ ऐसा करे तम हम धरा से हरे। त्योहार तेरा हो या मेरा पर, त्योहार तेरा हो या मेरा पर, उसकी धूम हर घर में मचे। मजहब कोई भी हो अपना पर, मजहब कोई भी हो अपना पर, दिल में भारत बसे। खंड विखंडित होने से अच्छा अब, खंड विखंडित होने से अच्छा अब, हम अखंड बने। ना शब्दों में ना कागजों पर आओ, ना शब्दों में ना कागजों पर आओ, हम सब मिलकर एक दूसरों के दिलों में बसे। ना बैर हो ना द्वेष हो, ना किसी के हृदय में कलेश हो, ना बैर हो ना द्वेष हो, ना किसी के हृदय में कलेश हो। हे नर कुछ हो ना हो हृदय में तुम्हारे पर, हे नर कुछ हो ना हो हृदय में तुम्हारे पर, क्षमा और उपकार की भावना हमेश हो। कर्म की ज्योति से आलोकित कर भविष्य अपना, आओ हे मानव पूर्ण करें हम सब ईश्वर का सपना। धन्यवाद।
My name is Bandas. I studied class 10 and I belong to Thovanos. Today I am going to recite a poem. Salute to my motherland by anonymous. The independent Republic of India, the country's dearest. I am proud I was born in this land. With the incredible fate is with whom, that is my India country. India is my country. India is the best. The culture is valuable and the incredible is the legacy. That is my India country, which is almighty. Plurality is the identity of which decorative crowns on his head. This is my Hindustan, who is always brave, proud of those freedom fighters from whom we got freedom. Salute to them for their sacrifice of the capital of life. From the self-rule of ours, Shan will remain the tallest in India. This is my Vatani Gulistan. Salute to the soil of my country. India, you are my mother, and we are the children of yours. So my heart salutes. When I see the tricolor, I feel the simplicity in it. Bharat is my pride, and life is also Bharat. We all worship you. You are the creator of our destiny. The tricolor is really pleasing, which the fighter has to protect. So everyone say, Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Thank you.
लड़ाई के लिए मिलके लड़े, मेरी नस नस कहे वतन, नी नस नस कहे वतन, मेरा सारा तुझ पे वारा, मेरी नस नस कहे तू वतन, मेरी नस नस कहे वतन, मेरा सारा तुझ पे वारा। क्या है मेरा ईमान पूछो, देश है मेरा, देश है मेरा, क्या है मजहब, क्या है मकसद, देश है मेरा, देश है मेरा, चाहे आगे लाखों करे, आजादी के लिए मिलके लड़े, मेरी नस नस कहे तू वतन, मेरी नस नस कहे वतन, मेरा सारा तुझ पे वारा, मेरी नस नस कहे तू वतन, मेरी नस नस कहे वतन, मेरा सारा तुझ पे
नमस्कार, मेरा नाम आलिशान मोहम्मद है और आज स्वतंत्रता दिवस के खास अवसर पर मैं आप सभी के समक्ष श्री प्रदीप चौरालिया जी की लिखी हुई एक कविता जिसका शीर्षक है आज़ाद हिंदुस्तान पेश करने जा रहा हूँ। आशा है, विश्वास है आप सभी को पसंद आएगी। आज़ाद हिंदुस्तान। लहराती फसलों में दिखता मैं सरसों का एक फूल हूँ, आखिर हूँ पावन शब्दों का मैं शिव का वो त्रिशूल हूँ, है वाणी कई पुराणों में मैं राम नाम का पत्थर हूँ, ईद मनाता कृष्ण से ही मैं दिए जलाता अख्तर हूँ, है नाम कहीं और रूप मेरे मैं हिंदू हूँ मैं मुस्लिम हूँ, मस्तक श्रृंगार की बिंदी हूँ मैं संस्कृत और मैं हिंदी हूँ, शहर भी हूँ और गांव भी हूँ मैं पीपल नीम की छाँव भी हूँ, बड़ों का आशीर्वाद कहो मैं राखी की वो डोर भी हूँ, सुदामा जैसा यार कहो मैं मीरा का वो प्यार भी हूँ, कहते अनोखा देश मुझे मैं प्यार भी हूँ तकरार भी हूँ, मैं शौर्य में लिपटी हूँ, मैं आज़ाद हिंदुस्तान हूँ, मैं आज़ाद हिंदुस्तान हूँ। धन्यवाद।
ভারত আমার ভারতবর্ষ, স্বদেশ আমার স্বপ্ন গো, তোমাতে আমরা লোকিয়া জনম ধন্য হয়েছি ধন্য গো। ভারত আমার ভারতবর্ষ, স্বদেশ আমার স্বপ্ন গো, তোমাতে আমরা লোকিয়া জনম ধন্য হয়েছি ধন্য গো। তোমার রূপের নাহিত শেষ,
সুকান্ত ভট্টাচার্য। এই আকাশ, এই দিগন্ত, এই মাঠ, স্বপ্নের সবুজ ছোঁয়া মাটি, সহস্র বছর ধরে একে আমি জানি পরিপাটি। জানি এ আমার দেশ, অজস্র ঐতিহ্য দিয়ে ঘেরা। এখানে আমার রক্তে বেঁচে আছে পূর্বপুরুষেরা। যদিও দলিত দেশ, তবু মুক্তির কথা কয় কানে। যুগ যুগ আমরা যে বেঁচে থাকি পতনে উত্থানে। যে চাষি কেটেছে ধান, এ মাটি নিয়েছে কবর, এখনো আমার মধ্যে ভেসে আসে তাদের খবর। অদৃশ্য তাদের স্বপ্নে সমাচ্ছন্ন এ দেশের ধুলি। মাটিতে তাদের স্পর্শ, তাদের কেমন করে ভুলি। আমার সম্মুখে ক্ষেত, এ প্রান্তর উদাস্ত ঘাটি। ভালোবাসি এদিগন্তে স্বপ্নের সবুজ ছোঁয়া মাটি। এখানে রক্তের দাগ রেখে গেছে চেঙ্গিস তৈমুর। সে চিহ্ন মুছে দিল কত উচ্চৈস্তবাদের খুর। কত যুদ্ধ হয়ে গেছে, কত রাজ্য হয়েছে উজাড়। উর্বর করছে মাটি কত দিগ্বিজয়ীর হার। তবুও অজেয় ওই শতাব্দী গঠিত হিন্দুস্তান, এরই মধ্যে আমাদের বিচলিত স্বপ্নের সন্ধান। আজ জন্ম দেখেছি আমি অদ্ভুত নতুন এক চোখে। আমার বিশাল দেশ আর সমুদ্র ভারতবর্ষকে ধন্যবাদ।
জননী গোলক তুলে মুখে শান্তবাস দেহ তুলে চোখে কাঁদিছে তব চরণ নরনারী গো উদ্ধব ভারত লক্ষ্মী উদ্ধবানি জগৎ জড় পূজা দুঃখ দৈন সবনাশী করদূরিত ভারত লজ্জা ছাড়ো গো ছাড়ো শোক সজ্জা করো সজ্জা পুরো কনক কমল ঘন ধান্যে
কবিতা আমার সন্তান যেন কবি দেবেশ ঠাকুর, আমার ছেলে ইঞ্জিনিয়ার, মুখের ছেলে সুভাষ হো পাড়ায় দারুণ মর্যাদা পায়। শহীদের বাপ অন্য লোক। আমার মেয়ে প্রীতিকণা আর্জি করে কিছুক্ষণ কাটিয়ে আবার চেম্বারে যায়। প্রীতি লতা অন্যজন। ক্ষুদিরামের বক্তৃতাতে বলে এলাম সব সবার বিপ্লবীদের ফাঁসির দড়ি। আমার ছেলে অ্যাস্ট্রোনট, ওদের মেয়ে অস্ত্রাগারে, কল্পনা থাক চাট গায়ে। আমার মেয়ে রিসার্চ করে টিআইএফ মুম্বাইয়ে। ভালো চাকরি, বৌমা ভালো, নাতি পুতির ভবিষ্যৎ। স্বামীজির পথ পড়াই আমি, আদর্শবাদ আদিম মত। ওদের ছেলে বটুকেশ্বর মাস্টার দর্শনার দেশ। আমার ছেলে দারুণ পেব্যাক, বিহার কেন আইপিএস। ওদের বাবা পেতেও পারে মরণোত্তর। আমার বাপ, আমাদের তো গড়তে হবে ছাদের উপর আরেক ছাদ। ওদের ছেলে রাইটার্সে বিনয় বাদল দীনেশ হোক। আমার ছেলে রাইটার্সে নিপাট নিখুঁত ভদ্রলোক। ভগৎ সিং রাজগুরুদেব শেষ ঠিকানা সেল লাহোর। আমার ছেলে দক্ষিণাবন সাউথ ফেসিং 7th ফ্লোর। সুদিন যাপন গলায় গেছে স্মৃতিচারণ। ভুলছি শোক, প্রতি আমির মধ্যে বাঁচে আমার মতো অন্য লোক। ধন্যবাদ।
আমাদের সকল দেশের রানী সেজে আমার জন্মভূমি, সেজে আমার জন্মভূমি, সেজে আমার জন্মভূমি।
जान नहीं दूं, तुझ पे कोई गम की आज आने नहीं दूं, कुर्बान मेरी जान तुझ पे शान रहे तू, कुर्बान मेरी जान तुझ पे शान रहे तू, आबाद रहे तू, मैं जहाँ रहूं जहाँ पे याद रहे तू, मेरे वतन, मेरे वतन, मेरे वतन। क्या बताऊं बात यहाँ उड़ने को मेरे पूरा आसमान है, तेरे किस्सों जैसे बोला यारो क्या यहाँ है, यहाँ सपनों वाली मेरी पलंग मुझे तेरी देखती नजर आ जाना, ओ आजा साजुई, मुझे देख कर दिला गई, देखती नजर आ जाना, ओ कैसे तुझको दिखाया है मैंने जलने से पानी तोड़ के पिया है, ऊंचा ऊंचा कर ख्वाबों का उछल के छुआ है, चांदनी में सो गया है, नया सा रूप यहाँ सब कुछ है मगर भी लेकिन तेरे मुझको अकेला, रे गा रे गा सा सा रे 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 गा रे गा सा 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 मा मा गा रे गा रे गा सा 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 नी सा पा गा गा सा 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 नी रे सा नी गा री पा रा मा मा गा मा गा री सा गा रे गा मा गा मा मा गा रे गा सा 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 नी सा पा गा गा रे गा रे गा रे गा रे गा रे गा सा नी सा रे गा रे गा मा मा गा आ गा मा गा मा मा रे सा नी गा सा नी रे गा गा नी सा नी पा रा मा मा गा मा गा नी सा रे गा मा मा गा मा गा नी सा सा आजा साजुई, मुझे तेरी पुकार दिला गई, देखती नजर